Now, for the purposes of this video, I have filmed a scene from a stage and screenplay that I wrote called Ghosts in the Afternoon, a stunningly brilliant and searing insight into the human condition. It's about a guy who's a bit of a recluse and doesn't really like people much, but who is forced through economic circumstances to rent out a room in his city apartment. Now, in the scene you're about to see, he's speaking on the telephone to somebody who has responded to the ad. Now, I would have liked to have shown glimpses of the person he's speaking to, but I was the only actor that I could afford, and even then I had to haggle over the price. So you will only be seeing things from one side of the conversation. Here it is. Ross Everett speaking. Hello. Well, that depends, really. Well, the whole point is, I'm not prepared to let the room to anybody that I don't like, obviously. What don't I like? Actually, there are quite a lot of things that I don't like. People who talk too much, for one thing. I hate to say it, but I have very little interest in what other people have to say. Well, I'm afraid that's my burden, and I will just have to learn to live with it. People who smile and laugh a lot also tend to annoy me, I'm afraid. Why? Well, I think with the world being in the state it's in, it just shows a certain lack of sensitivity, I think. Let me ask you one thing. Do you have a sense of humour? You do? Oh dear. The thing is, you see, I don't have one, and I'm very suspicious of people who claim they do. Also, I'm not too crazy about people with beards and moustaches, particularly men. People who wear white socks are another thing I'm not too crazy about. Oh, and people with open-toed sandals. I don't know why, but it just upsets me. And I particularly don't like people who wear any kinds of socks with open-toed sandals. I just hate that. I don't know why, but just one of those things, I guess. Anyway, I don't wish to offend you, but I have to tell you that you sound foreign. What do you mean, I sound foreign? I'm English, for heaven's sake. No, I don't have anything against people of different cultures. It's just that I don't wish to have them living in my home. It's nothing personal, you understand. It's just that I find it difficult enough to understand people of my own culture. I've only just beginning to understand Americans, and I've been living here for 14 years. Prejudiced? Well, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, I have my likes and my dislikes, and there's nothing I can do about that. It's just the way I am. What you seem to be suggesting is that you are prejudiced against people who hold my kinds of prejudice. Well, I think that's very intolerant of you. I don't think I really want to live with somebody who cannot tolerate my prejudices. Anyway, isn't your culture rather notorious for discriminating against people with different religious beliefs? Hello? Hello? Some people have no manners.